Hello! Welcome to episode 112 of We Have Issues. I'm Anthony.
And I am Stevie Wildcard.
And
slash Judah Friedlander.
and every week, big old Stevie Friedlander and I get together and we do our best to take all of the various issues that life throws our way and overcome them one way or another in order to get something freaking done, Steven. For those of you who are just joining us, we've been trying to make comic books together since high school, practically. Steven, how long have we known each other?
Since I was about 16 or 17 and you were about 17 or 18. So like a long time, like longer than we were alive prior to meeting.
Yeah,
so...
it's crazy at this point. We've known each other. Yeah, we've known each other longer than we haven't known each other. And we've been trying to make comics most of that time. We failed most of that time, Steven. a little over a year ago, just slightly over a year ago, we published our first book, Play It Again. It was met with like a fantastic response. Like everyone seemed to really enjoy it. Steven, we became historical figures according to Amazon. We were the number one historical fiction graphic novel at the time. And that therefore historical figures, Steven, and we were both in the book, so I'm just gonna put that out there. So we finally published a book. It went pretty well. It was a daunting situation. It was depressing for me. It was this whole thing. Then, Steven, we worked on another book. We've been working on this thing called Deathless, and I mean, I don't know if you've noticed what I'm surrounded by here, Steven, but this week
it looks so cool.
Steven, this week. Okay, so last week I announced that I made the decision to roll the dice and put all of the eggs in one basket. which
you like put every last single one in there.
Now I'll tell you, I would have paid the money back myself. I would have done it. I'd find a way to get that money back and be like, okay, here, Steven, I'm sorry. This doesn't come out of our Kickstarter funds. I would find a way. However, I don't have to do that because everything was so good.
Because they all worked out.
It all worked out. It, like
you risked it for the biscuit.
We got this biscuit and it's delicious, Steven. This oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love this book. I love the way this looks. I'm so excited for people to get this. I'm so excited for you to get this. It's so cool, dude. I wasn't sure. I didn't actually have any doubt. Really, not sincere doubt. I didn't have any concerns. The first book, we had some concerns about like the lighting thing and like all of that. This one, I was like, we got this. I just had like full faith. I was like, I'm gonna order this book, and I did it. And it showed up so fast. The printing turnaround time was like insanely fast. And
5 days. Like I understand how that happened. If I'm honest, like
me neither. Okay,
they must have just knew. We already had the files.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, oh, we've been watching the show. We're big fans. No, I hope. Like, we need more. We need more people. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe because we've hit 1,000 subscribers this week, Steven. That's another goal. We hit 1,000 subscribers. Sure, of course. As soon as I celebrated, we lost 6 subscribers. Like it's like the second I celebrated.
I want to take this man's happing,ness. And 6 people that were already subscribed.
I was like, I'm having a hell of a week. Everything seems to just be nothing is coming up Millhouse this week for me. It's just all going sour. I'm not happy this week. I'm turned into just like a shell of a man. I don't have much to celebrate, and then I get the comic books. I'm like, what? This is incredible. And then I get 1,000 subscribers. I'm like, what? This is incredible. Meanwhile, dying inside still. And then
just completely turning into a puddle of goo inside, like
just turning. Just my face is a jack-o'-lantern. They're like the expression is still. It doesn't move much. There's a little bit of light behind the eyes, but barely. And it's only because 1,000 subscribers and printed comic books. Look at what we're doing. Dude, it's been a week for me. But I'm pretty happy with like the way the comic stuff has been going and all of our stuff. How do you feel about finally reaching 1,000 subscribers, even though it was unceremonious from us?
I mean, yeah, but on the same token, it's friggin' nuts that we did it. Like that was like our goal from the start. Like I don't know why 1,000 was what I mean, obviously because the YouTube monetizing and things like that, which I think we still need viewing hours, but starting off the podcast, it was like, if we can get 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be very happy people. And do it. to set out a goal and achieve it just feels awesome. It
Oh
doesn't matter
yeah.
how long it takes, you know.
Dude, I mean, I am so thankful for people like, I mean, like Cody from the Keeping It Geekly, hang on, Cody from Keeping It Geekly, and like Edwin and like Lee has been one of our biggest supporters. You know, like Jackson, all these freaking people, and like everyone keeps showing up for us week
Jamie,
after, and like
there's so many people that share for us every day.
And that's the thing.
Awesome.
Like we could literally go on for like the entire episode and just name, and we will. Here they come. No, actually, I was thinking about that, and I was like, I kind of want to make like a thank you song or like a rap or something where we do name people. Like we definitely have to name the Patreon subscribers and like, you know, those people. But anyway, just like I'm so thankful that we got there, even though it was taking.
Got Jackson Howell, Dane Q. Actually,
that was totally the hip hopopotamus. My lyrics are bottomless.
We got Jackson Howell, Dan Q, Dinosaurus, Sean. That was it. No.
Oh man, but dude, so I don't know. I've had a week, but this week I wanted to get the printed comics and make sure that I wasn't a complete failure or had to come up with some kind of lie or draw the rest of the pages in with crayon or fix them myself. And it worked out. Everything was good this week as far as the comics. So I feel really great about that. What else did you have anything you were working on this week?
Yeah, I wanted to get I got all the stickers uploaded to you, all the prints. Now that I'm using my phone, by the way, this is episode 127 of We Still Hate CenturyLink, because this Zoom meeting is brought to you by Steven's amazing AT&T service. Not a sponsor. Yeah. But
it's AT and Tether.
AT and Tether.
Yeah. They don't link, they tether.
Steven. Yeah. And they're all like, you know, during the hurricane, they're not putting data cap. I mean, I don't have a data cap anyway, but
brag.
It's actually working. I'm surprised it's working as well as it is, if I'm honest. There's a little bit of a delay, but it's actually doing pretty good. So, but yeah, so I uploaded all those. I also uploaded some of my older prints because I know we wanted to give maybe some. I know, like, I want to send Sean an awesome care package for helping us host episode 100. And then, but yeah. So yeah, and then I've just been kind of chipping away at some of the commissions that had built up during Deathless, because I basically kept telling people, wait, I gotta finish Deathless. So I've been, you know, plugging away on those. But then I'm ready to gear up and dive face first into some Deathless 2.
Dude,
crotch.
I mean, that's kind of episode.
It wasn't necessary.
I was not. I don't know why you went with Deathless crotch, but I'm here for it. It's. I mean,
there was enough pause where if you want to edit it, you can, but like that's where my face wants to be right now. So
that's where our faces need to be right now, Steven. We need to just dive deep into the Deathless. That really is like the playground, or Sam. That's the box I need to be playing, Steven. Okay.
Us.
So that really is like the sandbox I should be playing it, because like otherwise I'll tell you, like I kind of mentioned, I've been kind of like a darker place, and like because of that I haven't really been wanting to go on Twitter or anything lately, because I'm like I don't when it's like, if you know, when you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. I feel like it's I kind of live by, like, if I have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all unless it's hilarious or interesting, you know. And like often when I'm like sad or something, I'm like, I don't feel like I'm being interesting or funny, or I'm not saying anything. And like, not that that's the only time you should communicate, because like, you know, sometimes people just need something to relate to, be like, hey, look, this guy goes through stuff. That's what this whole podcast is about. But lately I've been in like a darker place, so I'm like, I don't want to throw that on anyone ever. There's enough going on right now, you know. So I've just been like avoiding my phone and just kind of like walking back and forth at work because there's not much to do. And dude, something occurred to me. I just had this thought, and I want to pitch it out to you, Steven. I'm going to give you a quick pitch.
Ooh.
This
is a quick pitches get stitches.
That's right, dude.
I said it quick too. I said it quick because it was quick.
So dude, okay, so I was walking around and I'm just like, I feel like I'm putting on like this like robotic shell of a person, you know, just like facade for people, where I'm just like, you know, it's not a facade like that I'm doing, but that's what's coming out, because there's nothing behind my eyes at this point at work. I'm just like, I'm thinking about all this stuff. It's just, everything is just mechanistic. I'm just like, oh, this is, and I was like, what if I had a shell? Like, what if I actually had a real shell? And I was like, wait a second, why haven't I seen this? So this is what I imagine, Stephen. Stephen, I imagine there's okay. So it's high school. It's a high school, right? And we can go college. I'm gonna go straight high school. I'm gonna go classic comic book like heroes, high school. It's a field trip that the school's going on. It's a special trip to this museum. You know, they're gonna go to like this art and history museum. They're walking around. There's a girl. I honestly didn't pick up a name for her. I'm just gonna call her Shelly because of the nature of this bitch. I want to call her Shelly.
Just so it all fits.
Yeah. So hang on. I'll be right back. The cat's playing piano, I think.
No way.
The cat was literally playing piano.
That's amazing.
Like, I don't know if it's, I don't know if the mic will pick it up, but I didn't, like, it was going to be weird to hear, like, boom, boom, boom. It was very weird. It was actually hauntingly beautiful.
Dun, 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 dun. Just playing Moonlit Sonata.
So, high school, okay, field trip, art museum, Shelly. Okay, so there's this girl named Shelly. Cool, someone we'd hang out with, like shy girl, likes cool stuff, probably, you know, enjoys like spooky movies and like comic books and stuff, you know, just like artistic, hangs out by herself, introverted, doesn't want anything to do with the rest of the class. She's actually one of the people who's super interested in everything at the museum, just not the people, you know, like one of those people. So she's there and she's kind of being like, you see that she has this like rivalry, not rivalry, like she's getting picked on. She's basically getting bullied by this jerk, like this other girl who's kind of like the Regina George, like mean girl situation, you know, of the school. And she kind of like snaps back at her, and it's one of those like, you know, you don't matter to me, you're, you know, just leave me alone. Anyway, so they're walking through this this museum, and suddenly there's like this loud crash right in the room they're in, and like rubble falls, and they're trapped in this room together. And when they turn, there's like this door opens, and there are these, it's just glowing, and they're like, what the hell? And they just like feel like
what's happening?
Like what's happening? And they feel like they're almost like drawn to it, and like, what do we do? What is this? You know? And like they go in there, and there's just like this room of rubble. It's just like a crash of, you know, it's like it's basically a spaceship has fallen, you know, and it's like the scene in Predator where, you know, like Danny Glover walks in, or like, you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger walk into the, you know, ship, and they see the, like the ship. You know, the ship, yeah, and they see the stuff, you know,
all
the
prizes, tech, all the trophies, yeah.
So like they see stuff and they understand none of it, you know, but there's this cool like metallic shell looking thing, like a snail shell, like a beautiful like spiral shell that's about this big, like a, you know, and it has like straps on it, like kind of chain straps, and then there are like a series of rings that you can see, or things that look like rings as far as we would, you know, recognize them. And the girl's kind of like, look at this, I'm like, what is this? And like the Regina George type girl is like, this is, I'm taking this, and she puts on one of the rings, and like, and she does that, and then the other girl's like, is this a backpack? Like, what? This is the coolest, like, you know, because it looks like something out of like a Tim Burton movie. Like, it's the coolest, like, just...
It's the most epic backpack ever.
It's the most epic steampunk-looking shell backpack you've ever seen, you know? So she puts it on, and both girls immediately keel over. Like, this is a huge mistake that we've made, and we made this together. And Shelly just starts completely transforming. Like her body just transforms to the point where you can see that she has this thick textured skin now, like a snail. And she sees like her eyes protrude and come out into these stalks, and she's just freaking out, and she can feel the shell adhere to her back, and she doesn't know what's going on.
It's connecting to her spine.
Yeah, it's connecting to her perfectly, and she's just like completely transformed by this thing. And she just starts like screaming, and she tries to just like make her way out of there, and she's like climbing through rubble, and she can find herself squeezing through all of the rubble perfectly, you know, just like sliming through, realizing she can climb up and around things now suddenly as she's panicking. She just abandons this other girl because she hates her, and they're enemies, and she's in pain, you know. Meanwhile, the Regina George girl is she puts on the ring and she keels over, and it's growing over her, creating this huge shell all around her. And her arms turn to these giant pinchers. And she just
Ooh,
has,
dang.
and she becomes,
She's not gonna piss through her eyes, is she?
she's not. She actually becomes more of a crab monster. So,
Okay.
so she becomes more of like this crabby, because she's a jerk, like this like crab
Yeah.
monster. But she blames Shelly for leading her into this area, and even though she's the one who chose to bully her in that area, and she's the one, you know, who chose to do this, but she's that character, you know, who she thinks she's gonna blame everything on someone. So she goes chasing after her. She uses her pinchers to throw the rocks, and she's chasing her. So for a while, these two girls, like, so we follow Shelly first, and we see that like now she has the ability to completely suck herself into the shell if she wants. She can completely go into this like 100% indestructible alien tech shell and be safe. She also has the ability to climb on walls. She also has the ability to use like her eyes like stalks and look around in any direction she wants, like around corners and whatever else.
And she can no longer enjoy McDonald's French fries.
She's no longer allowed to enjoy anything salty. Like, so yeah. So these two girls start like, I mean, they basically have like a superhero like villain battle at this point, where it's like they are just going head to head like Kaneda like and Tetsuo, like Akira style, like this crazy mollusk like crustacean battle where it's like they're fighting, and like Shelly's just like, I'm sick of you. You were enough, you know, during this time, and like, or you know, when we were humans, and you're even worse now, you know, like, so they're fighting. And while this is happening, another ship comes down, and something comes out of it, and these two girls realize that they're literally the only people on Earth who can do anything about it. And
because they have like superpowers.
Yeah. So the thing that comes out of the ship is this ultra powered, completely armored, like to the teeth, nearly indestructible, if not completely immortal, eye-pissing monster of an alien lobster. and
on his back is an ostrich. No, I'm kidding.
So it's basically, so these two girls have to go and they have to fight this lobster together in order to destroy it and hopefully get rid of this tech if they want to, you know, and like, you know, that's up to them. But basically this lobster creature comes down
it to become superheroes.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So and that's up to them, and whatever, you know, whatever they decide. If Shelly can live with this like weird skin situation, you know, if the other girl can live with, you know, having the shell, and whether or not she can learn how to remove it through this, you know, process, maybe, you know, and that's what I'm imagining they would like, what I'm imagining is they would learn to evolve the powers over time and like use them when they want and not just be stuck with them. More of like a Green Lantern situation where you put on the background,
like shift into it. Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I was thinking, dude. So I thought it'd be really cool to have like this super power, super awesome, like this spaceship come down that's full of like supernatural snail shell stuff.
You've really been on the mollusk kick, right?
Even it would be called S Cargo.
It's Snail. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Escargot.
But I'll tell you, Steven, as stupid and silly as the name is, I think that like the character of the snail girl is so cool if you really think about it. And like having the ability to retract into a shell like that is indestructible. And especially if you get to do the Colossus Wolverine thing where someone gets to throw you at things.
Absolutely.
You know, you get,
and then there might be a situation where like she retracts in her shell and something's shooting a bunch of fire at it. Like, how long could she resist the heat? Yeah,
exactly.
There's a lot of cool situations you can do with the shell.
Yeah, for sure. You know, and then like I like the idea that then she can crawl up. You know, she's a Spider-Man-esque, like she can crawl up walls. She can do whatever she wants. She doesn't have to be super slow. It doesn't have to be. You know, it's a racing snail. It doesn't. You know, she's a human snail. You know, it's So I think it could be really cool. I've never seen it. You know, I've never seen.
Not a lot of snail-based heroes in the world. You know.
Yeah, well, not a lot of like mollusk-based character. You know, and then like, but what I thought was really interesting was like I was Googling it. I was just like, oh, I didn't realize that crabs eat snails. and lobsters eat both crabs and snails. And I was like, this is perfect.
Lobsters are like, we're the king
Yeah.
because we pissed through our eyes.
Yeah. Can you imagine like actually having that character? Because it could be a really cool monstrous like a monstrosity of an alien, like, you know, supernatural alien space lobster. It's like creature, you know, but it's similar to our lobsters. And they'd see it and be like, why are you, what's coming out of your face while you're talking? And it's like, I'm just like, it's just pee. It's just, yeah, the whole time.
Could you imagine if crabs like got their shit together and like worked to poop out of their eyes so that way they could like one up the lobster? Oh yeah, look at this. Oh my god, that's horrible. It's not even cool.
Oh, it took so much practice to get this done. It's so much work.
Leaking sewage from your eyelids doesn't sound like a very good idea, Mr. Crab.
Oh, so you still don't have internet. I do think I like, aside from the slight delay that we do have, it's not so bad.
But what do you think? It's gonna be doable till they can link us, you know. The century it's going to take for them to link us. You know?
Oh, it's so crazy. I don't know. We got a lot of compliments on our in-person episodes, though, so that's tricky. Because
I think it might be something we should consider doing. Honestly, we just got to figure out how that could work scheduling wise.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's like, yeah. I mean, it's up to your schedule, really, because I feel like after 1 o'clock, I'm basically free most days. You know, like I can I can figure it out. I have like the D&D thing, and you know, a couple other things, but like not much. We can figure that out. And
it really probably makes editing a lot easier too, right? I mean, it's just one. Well,
yeah, it does make editing pretty easy. It also, I feel like we had less to edit when we're together. Because of there's no time delay, because a lot of the time, like what I spend time editing that people never see is like if there is that weird delay, or sometimes the internet will glitch and like your mic will kind of like cut out in some weird way and it'll catch up later, and I splice those like sound fragments into a sentence, and it's really weird, and like I'm the only one that notices, and you know, it's, I don't mind doing it, but it's just so much easier to not have to, you know.
It's just more organic to do it in person, like even like because I noticed that we were on like maybe like a 1 second delay right now, so like even when you were telling like the pitches, like I only wanted to react when I knew I could clearly get something through without ruining a train of thought, basically.
So yeah, and that's what makes
it. Plus yeah, and then the in-person, there's just better. I mean, people actually get to see like how we talk to each other, and you know what I'm saying, like how we react to one another is crazy. So but yeah.
I don't know. I've been liking that format. So like, I mean, that's on, you know, that's up to you. So like, I feel like we could just take it, and we could always take it week to week and just be like, hey, if you don't feel like making the drive this week, we'll just do this. And if you do, we'll do, you know, we'll do it. You know, I like it. I would like to, if we can find a way to make it work, start doing more live, you know, like live episodes when we record, like just live record.
That was fun
because it was so much fun.
We gotta come up with a bunch of stuff to just give Sean, so that way he just, every time he does a live show, we just give him a care package.
He really is the great. So if you're out there right now and if you've never watched Don't Make It Weird, go watch the podcast Don't Make It Weird. They are amazing. If you are a writer or anyone who ever creates, they are a show for you for sure. We have, you know, we love them. We've been on their show a couple times. We're going to be on their show again for Halloween, but I love their show. Daniel's hilarious. I love him. I love his introductions, and I kind of hate him for how good he is at them. And I'm just like, every time we have guests, I'm like, should I do this? Do I do like a thing? Should I like be alliterative? You know, am I supposed to do? And then like then you get Dina, who's just like she's funny and like quick and has the best stories, and she's so, you know, so interesting. And I'm just like, I also hate you. And then Sean's just, you know, the best there is at what he does, which is everything.
He's everything. Production. I mean, his quips too are just as good. I mean, poor Daniel just gets fried by Sean.
Oh, it's like nuts. I mean, like I love it. I love that you can tell that they've been friends forever, and like
absolutely,
and they've been such good friends to us. So I appreciate it. Like, so if you haven't checked out their show, or if you have, just make sure you're subscribed to Don't Make It Weird. They are awesome, and they deserve all the love, dude. So what are we doing this week? I know I'm going to send off for all of the stickers and make sure those get shipped to us. Like I'm going to order.
So that since I have like this pseudo internet, I might be able to order the prints then through Cat Print. I'll just let you know what the totals are, and you can just whatever send me from the Kickstarter. But yeah, I'll order the prints. That way we can, because the freaking next con we're doing is coming right up, so we want to have all that
soon.
merch.
If we can get more merch to give people, like, we definitely need more stickers. I'm gonna order some Bob's Burgers stickers too. I have to remember to do that.
People did love those.
People love those. I love those. So yeah, I don't know. So I'm gonna order some stuff, and we're gonna make this happen. It's been a rough week for me, dude. I'm working through stuff, but we have a lot to be thankful for, and I'm super happy that we were able to do this at all. I'm glad that AT&T pulled through where CenturyLink dropped all balls, ruined.
So
everything.
we did see a CenturyLink vehicle in our neighborhood, not on my street yet, but yeah. Hopefully though they're doing it in quadrants. Like I would hope there's some organization, right? Like they're just like, nah, we're gonna fix this line, then we're gonna go to Pine Island and fix 2 more, and then
it's just some guy who bought a CenturyLink truck. He's like, for $5. They don't run very well. They do nothing. Look at me. My name is It's just some guy named Link he's a Century. He's just real old. I'm CenturyLink. Look at me go. I don't know why.
Hey, everybody, look at me. I'm CenturyLink.
I'm CenturyLink. Why?
I'm only running this fiber because he wrote me in. Seriously, if I knew how to run fiber line right now, I would just be going door to door fixing people's fiber, and just charging like $20 a head or whatever, $50 a head. It's
crazy, but oh well. But I'm glad we got to do an episode this week. I know it's not probably not as long, as fulfilling as some of our other episodes, but look at what we did, Steven. We did
it, and the red looks so cool. Like, dude, the energy holds.
The energy looks so good throughout the whole book. Like, let me see. I'll show you. I mean, it's all like.
What's that? What's the night page look like? Oh my gosh, that looks epic.
It looks.
What is the hotel room when he's inside?
Here, I'll show you.
The blue page. Oh yeah, that was like one of my favorite pages.
Dude, it looks so good. That's actually the only issue in the whole book is where they crop that.
The exclamation point, right?
Yeah, just that. That's the only issue in the whole book that was cropped. But look at it. It's nothing. Like, it's...
No, it's cool.
I'm not concerned about it at all. Like, I saw that and I was like, I have to order every single book. I'm gonna take a piece of paper and just tape it on the back and just finish it with Sharpie. I can do this. No big deal. Dude, the books look amazing. I mean, these are all mine. No one can have them. I'm kidding. I can't wait to ship these things out to people. So that's what we're doing this week. I'm going to get all the Kickstarter stuff and all of the convention stuff printed that I can, all the stickers and all of that. You're going to do prints. Yes. And I mean, that's probably all I should say I'm going to do this week. I do want to start like getting back in the
Send me the script so I at least know the D&D sequence so I can finish out the roughs of Jeff. I think I just need Jeff and M, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because I have Brian, Berold, and Mary already. So, yeah, so that way I can get their character, because I can probably do the first couple pages because it's just a campaign. So
for sure. That'll be amazing. I can't wait. Dude, so that'll be amazing. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. If you're only listening on one of the various podcasting apps, thank you. I'm so sorry that every once in a while I get a little behind with the podcast. I hope you don't mind. I hope you're still keeping up with us. It's been a month. It's been a couple months. Steven, my life is in the toilet. I am what is happening? No, it's gonna be good. We got this. We are persistent, resilient, and we got this.
There's at least a lot of good pouring in from one side of our life.
So you're bragging now. You're just saying you are.
No, I meant like just our comic and everything else is doing good. But
at least of the two of us, one of us is happy. And I'm like, I agree.
One of us is consistently doing okay.
No, it's fine. I'm dying on the inside. And on the outside, Steven. No, but thank you all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I'm Anthony.
I'm Judah Friedlander. I'm kidding. I'm Stevie Wildcard.
We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Wow! No, I'm just kidding. A little bit, don't I?
You do. You especially
I kind of have just made. Right?
Like yeah. Dude, that's 100% Judah Friedlander, like all day. Yeah. That's so good.
Oh my god, all the Deathless issues. See, like that's why like I low key wanted to come and film with you because I wanted to get my hands on like some issues.
Dude, it's crazy. It's yeah, I figure that's why I took the books off the shelf specifically to put these on to punctuate.
That's the only reason.
It's the only
it's
reason.
the absolute only reason.
Asks,
There's nothing
else. I'm gonna fill these cells. But so are you? You still don't have internet, right?
No, this is all my phone right now, and it seems to be working. So
yeah, so far it's great. I mean,
I don't know how good my video and audio quality is going to be once it downloads, but
I mean, it sounds the same. So hopefully it's good. All right, well let's just do it, and we'll because I don't know how. I don't know. Will it hold the connection the whole time?
It should get better, but yeah, we'll try to do a quick one anyway, just for your sake and everything that's going.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. 112. Okay. All right. Okay.